So
Oh,
I had
dear.
hiccups and Rasputin was staring at me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Long Sistance podcast. I'm Sabrina,
I'm Gemma.
and this is episode 7. Can you believe it's been 7 weeks?
No.
No.
On one hand, yes. On the other hand, no.
Mm.
Because it feels like we started a while ago, but it doesn't feel like we've done 7
No.
episodes.
I mean, it's been nearly 2 months, and when you think of it like that, it's crazy.
That's crazy. It gives me something to look forward to every week.
Yeah, definitely. I really look forward to it, and I even really enjoy editing it afterwards because I think so because we have always had this habit of getting similar thoughts at the same time and then saying them at the same time. So sometimes when I'm editing it, I hear things that I didn't actually hear you say at the time because I was speaking as well.
But I rang Grandma this morning. She was talking about it. She hasn't caught up with all the episodes, but she's listened to a few. And she was like, "You girls are so in sync, your humour."
Yeah, we are. We are.
And she said it's so strange because you're so different.
Yeah.
Your
That's the
personalities are so
thing.
different. Your lives are so different.
Yeah. But
So I
yet
don't
we
know
have
how you're so similar in that
the same
respect.
sense of humour. Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, I don't know if it's a sister thing 'cause she's a poor, lonely, only child.
Yeah, only child grandma.
Thoughts are with you, Carol.
So 7 episodes, and we have hit some important milestones this week. We have had over 1,000 plays on Spotify, and we have had over 300 subscribers on Spotify, which is it's so hard to wrap your head around.
It doesn't feel real.
No.
It's crazy. Every time you tell me something more, I'm like, I need to see proof.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's paid a bot.
Yeah. No, and we've had so many reviews as well, and it's hard to put into words how grateful we are because we honestly thought it'd be maybe our 10 friends listening to this every week. And now
Yeah.
there's people from all over the world listening.
It's mad.
It is.
No, thank you so much.
I would like to know how many of you are siblings and how many of you are only child.
Yeah, oh my God, you sent it to your sister.
Yeah, imagine, because I feel like a lot of the things that we talk about are very relatable for sisters.
They probably are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought about it because obviously we're just talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I suppose it is. Can you imagine if there's a Gemma and Sabrina in every country?
Yes.
The American one's definitely in New York because we're cool.
No, the American Gemma is in New York, and then I'm in one of the farming states with my cows. In the South of America, it's very country. Yeah. So
I believe so.
Yeah, especially with the farming communities, country music is a big thing there, right?
I love country music.
I do like country music as well. But I was talking to someone on that language exchange app that I was telling you about a few episodes ago, and they were asking whereabouts in England I live because everyone just kind of assumes that you live in London. And I said, I live in a county called Lincolnshire, which is one of the biggest farming communities. And he said, so do people listen to a lot of country music there? And I said, oh.
I wish it was like that.
Yeah. And then he said, so what kind of
love
music
that.
do they listen to? And I thought, I don't know. I don't think they have a specific genre.
We haven't got a Lincolnshire type. We haven't even really got any artists from Lincolnshire.
We haven't got any culture.
Yeah. We just got the farms.
We just have fields.
There's a show once a year. There used to be a very nice Christmas market.
Yeah. We used to have a Christmas market in Lincoln every year.
It was really famous.
Yeah, because it would take place up near the Lincoln Cathedral, which
gorgeous.
Really, really old. I can't remember how old it is. It was the tallest building in the world for a long time.
Well, Lincoln was a Roman city.
Yeah, and there still is a lot of the architecture here, especially if you go up to Uphill Lincoln. You can see a lot of the stone arches, the castle, and they find, when they're doing archaeological digs, they find loads and loads of things from the settlements where all the dwellings were. Lincoln did have a really famous Christmas market, and it all would take place over 4 days in December up in Uphill Lincoln, which
was it only 4 days?
Yeah, it was
It felt like a lot longer.
It did, didn't it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
very nice cathedral.
The market ran for years and years and years, 40 years, and I don't know how often we went as kids. Do you remember? I don't think we went a lot.
I don't think we went a lot because there has never been a lot of parking up there.
No. It's a very historic part of the city, and parking is minimal. And to get there, you have to walk up this hill called Steep Hill.
Which, with 4 whiny little kids,
yes.
I wouldn't have done it either.
Steep Hill, I believe, is one of the steepest hills like footpath hills in the country,
if not
and
the world.
it is honestly a challenge. It is.
I remember coming down it in heels once.
I hate going down it more than I hate going up it
Yeah.
because it really hurts my, like, knees and
It has what's it called? Your shin?
yeah, and it's all
After for
cobbled.
days, I'm like, "Oh my god." Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
cobbled, so
it's
you're
all
wobbling.
cobbled, and because it's so busy round there,
You're going so slow, so you
yeah,
just
your body wants to just
brace.
go down as fast as you can, but you have to, like,
It wants to just roll.
engage all your muscles to not fall down this hill.
And there's always a lot of old people because obviously they want to see, like, the historic part.
Yeah,
So they're holding onto the hand railings and everyone else is just kind of stood waiting for them
it
to
is
budge an inch.
it is a physical challenge, and,
Yes. I ain't done it for a few years.
no, no, do you know what? I learned that there's a bus that goes up there, so I don't do it anymore. It's only a couple of minutes on the bus and you're up there, and then you're like,
You lazy cow.
I go up there like, "Hi, everyone," while everyone's like
Looking fresh as a daisy.
so this market, it was really historic, and there would be hundreds and hundreds of market stalls, and I did go a few times as an adult, but it was so busy that you couldn't really look at much, so you would just kind of be in this big procession that would be
Yeah,
round.
this big, like, human queue.
Yeah, and they did cancel it a few years ago, which upset a lot of people, and they cancelled it because of overcrowding, and the last time that I went, it was horrendous. Like, we didn't even go on the busiest day. I think that the busiest days are the Friday night and then Saturday pretty much all day,
Yeah.
and I think that we went on maybe a Sunday afternoon, or I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't the busiest one because we avoided
Mm.
that. And you couldn't move, you couldn't look at anything. It was literally you were just in a queue to get round it. You couldn't get close to the stalls, and they did cancel it. And now they say that they were doing lots of little things to replace it, but I couldn't tell you a single
How
thing
could
they've
you
done.
replace that, though?
Yeah, you can't, no.
Like, okay, you can put other stuff on, but it was such a major part of the city.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. It caused a lot of upset in the county.
no, and I understand it, but then also, like, if it's, like, safeguarding concerns,
Yeah, yeah. No,
what are you
I
gonna do?
I always remember when we went the last time, there was, a man in front of us with a woman, and she had, like, a hooded jacket on, and he had his phone in the hood of her jacket just watching the football. Like, she was stood in
Ye
front of him.
nah,
And I thought, "I don't blame you, this is incredibly boring."
this
Just
is dull. Hi,
yeah.
mate, what's a score?
So yeah, said, "Oh, babe, do you mind if I watch the footy in your hoodie?"
You're not gonna watch football in your
My goodness.
Can you imagine if she hadn't known, though, and, like, spun around to tell him something?
Yeah.
Well, that would have served him right.
And then he'd be lost in the sea of people, never to be seen again.
Gets kicked like it's the ball. No. But do you know what I find? Because I love markets, all kinds of markets. I like Christmas markets. I like the Sunday markets. I just love that vibe. I love that experience. And I really enjoy it as well, like when I'm away, like in a different town or in a different country or wherever. Something that I really find interesting. But I have to say, the last few years, like, because you used to go to, for example, a Christmas market and you'd find like a really beautiful handmade wooden ornament or
Yeah.
something. And now you can basically get the same thing everywhere.
Yeah. No.
It's all made in China,
Yeah, that's the thing.
which I ain't got a problem with that per se. But if I'm buying something from that place, I want to remember a
Yeah,
souvenir.
it's the misleading
Yeah.
because people do. They do it on Etsy and all sorts. They bulk buy things on the cheap apps like AliExpress,
Mm.
and then they sell it on for a much higher price.
Saying it's something else.
Yeah, and people don't know.
Yeah. And also, they charge a fortune for it because
Mm.
because markets used to be like a cheap thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I used to go all the time when I was a student. It was fun. Now,
And I tell you what else is a big problem on Etsy is AI art. So people will very much just use AI to make the art and then upload that and like sell that as prints and stuff, which is one thing. But then the other thing is so last year I was very into learning embroidery and cross stitch,
mm.
and people sell patterns that they've made on there. And I would buy the patterns and they would have AI generated pictures of the finished embroidery that looked very realistic, and then you would buy the pattern and you could not achieve that from following that pattern.
That's so annoying though, because okay, number one, it's annoying because you've wasted your money and it's like misleading.
Yeah.
Okay. But Etsy in general is not a cheap website
No.
because you buy from people.
Yeah,
You buy from small businesses and you're prepared to pay more
yeah,
because I want to support these people
yeah,
that are making whatever they're making. But if you just fucking drop shipping
yeah.
or AI mass printing,
Mhm.
what am I paying that premium for? I can do that myself. It's just so everything's just a scam now, isn't it?
It is, and it's especially disappointing when to generate artwork, AI uses information that is stolen from other artists. And so, yeah,
Ah.
if you ever like talk within the art community about it, AI is a big, big, big no-no because everyone's just getting their things stolen and then they sell it cheaper, they sell it more availably, and the
Mm,
artists miss out because I do have my own Etsy store and it is something you think about when you upload your artwork onto there.
of
Is
course.
a bot just gonna steal this and post it somewhere cheaper?
It's really hard. I didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of do you know what? I'm not gonna name any business names, but, you know, the very cheap clothing brands that you can get from overseas, artists that I see on Instagram that I follow will quite often find that their designs are on the T-shirts. Mhm.
Stop it.
Yeah, yeah, it's all
That's
stolen art.
really upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
And like a massive corporation like the one I imagine you're talking about, you don't need that.
No,
You
you
have
don't.
millions of products.
Exactly. You could never add another thing, and you'd still never run out of money.
Yeah, like, you're set for life.
Goodness.
That's horrible. I don't like that.
No. So I do tend to shop more vintage, but
Mm.
sometimes you do have to buy things
Yeah, you
new.
can't get everything.
No. I got this top vintage. This is from so every I think it's every 3 months in Lincoln there's a kilo sale
Mm.
where they basically come and they rent out this place called the Engine Shed, which is like a live music kind
Oh
of place.
my.
So it's really big hall and they just fill it with racks and racks of clothes. And it's all vintage stuff and I think it's £20 per kilo. So you get charged based on the weight of the clothes that you buy. They give you
Mm.
these big plastic sacks when you get there and then you just fill it, take it to the till at the end, they weigh it, and they say, "Oh, it's 5 kilos," and then you would pay £100.
When I lived in Amsterdam, I can't remember if it's the first or the last Sunday of every month, or maybe just one Sunday a month. I can't remember. But you have to go across to this island. I can't remember the name on the ferry, and it's like the biggest flea market in Europe.
Wow,
It was so fun.
I
Like
bet.
that was my crack.
We should go to that.
We should go to that. I
I would
would
love that.
love to go to that. And you had to pay to get in, but then everything was ridiculously priced. Like I got like a real suede blazer, a real leather satchel. I remember those specifically in one day, and I spent like €10. But it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
But
We could go next month.
yeah, because that was, well, I've been here 10 years tomorrow, by the
Is
way.
it? Oh, happy anniversary, girl.
It's very weird. I don't know.
Yeah. For anyone that hasn't listened to the earlier episodes, Gemma's living in Italy now.
I am.
10
I
years in
have been
Italy.
for a decade as of tomorrow.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Covered a class yesterday of like fourth years, so they're 10.
You've been there their whole
And
lives.
yeah, that's what I said to them yesterday. I was like, but on Sunday it's like the 10-year anniversary. And one of them's like, so when we were born, you were here. I was like,
Oh,
"Who?"
don't say that.
And
Please don't say that to me ever again.
then there was one boy who was like, it's my birthday on Sunday. And I was like, you are my time initially personified.
I've never been to a flea market.
They're really, really fun. I prefer them.
Is it similar to like a more formal car boot sale?
This one wasn't formal at all. It was basically a car boot sale with like a fuckload of stores.
Do you know what? I wish that I had a car so that just purely so I could go to car boot sales because I would love it. I would go through everyone's shit. What I really need is lamps. I don't have enough lamps in this house, and so I have to have the big light on in nearly every room. And
Uh,
I know,
don't do that.
I know. And the older I get, the more I resent it and want the lamps on. But I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any. And I'd rather buy a really nice vintage lamp. But
Mm.
I never find anything good. You know, like our charity shops. They don't have. It's mostly clothes, and
Mm.
it's not what I want. I want nice
Yeah.
antique homeware.
Do you remember that lamp I got that time?
Yes,
Something like that.
yeah, I know, because they have a lot of charity shops in Nottingham, and I would love to go and have a look round, but then I've got to get it all back on the train.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like the train's not even the most annoying part. It's
Mm.
like getting onto the train and then getting home from the
Yeah,
train.
because then from the train I have to get the bus as well.
We need a friend with a car.
I'm gonna put out an advert, friend with car.
Please. Or chauffeur. If any of our listeners have got a car
Yeah, if any of you got a car in Nottingham, hit me up.
and you want to come thrifting with us,
Yeah. Goodness.
if the Nottingham trip goes well, you can also come to Amsterdam with us.
Yes, we'll take you worldwide.
You could be at a long distance reunion.
Yeah, you can be an honorary sister.
Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Imagine we had
Aw.
multiple. I was always jealous of people that had multiple sisters
Yeah, yeah.
because we have multiple brothers, and that's not fun.
Mm.
Like, imagine like, girl,
Yeah, I know, and as well because we're so different. If we had a third sister, I wonder what they'd be like.
who would you be more like?
Yeah,
But maybe we wouldn't get along as well.
yeah, yeah, because if she was more like either one of us, we would just drift towards that one, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and just alienate the other. Probably best we don't have another one.
I remember when we were younger, I remember mum asking us if we had been twins, who would we want to look like? And
What?
yeah, don't you remember that? Oh, maybe she just asked me. She said, "Yeah, if you and Gemma were twins, like identical twins, who would you prefer to look like?" And I said you because
Why
I
was
was
she trying to start shit?
you know, that's what she did, didn't she? She was a shit
Yeah, but
stirrer.
that's such a that's thought out. That's a weird.
Yeah. She really wanted me to think about the fact that I'm ugly, because I was a really ugly duckling as a kid.
Yeah, but you're the prettier one now, so
I would still choose to look like you personally.
I think you always just wanted to be different though, because I think I would try and look like you for a day.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd like to like try it. So I think you just always want what you haven't got.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fucking bitch.
Speaking of childhood, the topic that we want to talk about today, things that we believed as kids and lies that our parents told us that we only found out weren't true as we got older.
Okay. Do you want to start or shall I start?
Well, I think one of the classic ones that nearly every child is told is that, well, I don't know if it's just kids in the UK that are told that it's illegal to turn on the interior light in the car at night. Unbelievable.
Wait, I thought that was true until I got with Francesco.
No.
And because I don't drive, right?
Oh
Our
my
friend
goodness.
and Francesco has a son, right? Who at the time was like 3 or 4. And he'd turned it on. I was like, "Stop it! Your dad's gonna get in trouble." And everyone was like, "What?" Francesco was like, "Sorry, what?" And I was like, "That's illegal." And he was like, "No, it isn't. You just can't see." I was
My God. Yeah, that's why
like
they told
Leone knew
us.
before I did.
He knew 3 decades before you did. That's why they told us that, because it made it hard for them to see. And so obviously just telling us that wouldn't have been enough to stop us. So they had to put the fear of the police.
It definitely would have done though, because we were scared of them.
Yeah, yeah, it would have worked for us,
They could have told me
definitely.
anything, and I would have been like,
Yeah.
"Bet."
No, the amount of times that I remember being in the back of the car at night and having, like, dropped something and trying to find it, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, "Can we please put the light on?" And they'd be like, "No, that's
It is
illegal."
illegal.
I'd be, like, fumbling around in the dark. I also remember I don't know if you will particularly remember because like we said last week, you weren't really into games, but we had a Game Boy that it came with a light that shone onto the screen, and you could only see the screen if it had light, and, we used to play a Scooby-Doo game on it.
Yeah, it was like a magnifying lens as
Yeah, it
well.
magnified it as well, yeah, it magnified
Yeah.
it and then it lit it up so that you could see, and if you didn't have that light, you couldn't see because they didn't have the light.
Because the graphics were
Yeah, you
very
didn't have
bad
the
in.
lights behind the screen like you do now.
Yeah.
And I remember I was playing it in the back of the car, and I think that I dropped the light, and I couldn't find it because it was dark, and they wouldn't let me turn the light on to find it. And so I was, like, playing this Scooby-Doo game on my Game Boy up against the window, and I could only see it when we drove under a streetlight.
That's why you wear glasses. Yeah, yeah, well, imagine my surprise at finding out at the age of, like, fucking 28.
Yeah, and I do also remember whenever one of them would put the light on because they needed to look for something, I'd be there, like, biting my nails, like, "God, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off."
We were so naive.
Yeah.
We
We were
were
so
so
trusting.
naive.
We just believed
But the thing
everything.
is, if you haven't got reason not to,
Yeah.
of course you're just gonna believe what people tell you. I lie to Leonie all the time. Like, if I don't wanna share something I'm eating, I'm like, "Spicy."
Yeah, yeah. No, Harry's parents did the same thing to him with that because he really, really doesn't like nuts, even now as an adult. So if they had dessert that they didn't want to share, "Sorry, Harry, it's got nuts on it."
Did I tell you that I lied about banging my head to Leonie?
No.
So basically, he started primary school last year, and they found out that his stepmom was English, right? So his English teacher said to him, but do you speak English with Gemma?" And he goes, "No, she understands Italian." Don't make me look like a dickhead, right? So he comes home, tells me this. I'm like, great. Make me look like I'm not trying. I always speak to him in English.
Yeah, and then he speaks to you in Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when he was little, he wouldn't because he didn't understand that I spoke Italian, but then obviously he's seen me now more,
Yeah.
and he's seen me in more real life situations, so he's kinda clocked, right? Oh, I've told him another lie actually as well that I've just remembered. But these are for his good. I'm doing it for him, right? So I'm in the bathroom one day doing my makeup, And I just get this brainwave and I smack the edge of the sink. And they're both like, "Are you okay? Okay." I'm like, "Ah, yeah, okay." Like holding my head. I'm like, "Oh my God. Ah." And then blah, 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 in Italian. I'm like, "Sorry, what?" And they both look at each other. And I think Francesco took a couple of seconds to clock on what I was doing. And he was like, "For God's sake."
My God.
And then Leona's like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, "Darling, what? I can't understand you." And this went on for weeks.
You pretended you couldn't speak
Weeks.
anymore.
Yeah, I pretended that I didn't know what he was saying.
My God.
And I remember one day he was like, "When will you remember the Italian?" But I'm doing it for him.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
care if he like 'cause if he understands English, that's fine for me.
Yeah, like, he's got the perfect setup to learn that second language so much easier.
Exactly. So, I don't care that he only speaks English at home,
Yeah.
but it's gonna help him. And then because we split custody in kind of an unusual way, but when he came back to us in September, I told him that I'd had to change the Netflix subscription,
Mm.
which actually isn't completely a lie. I had to change it
Yeah.
because I wanted to download on 2 devices. But I told him that I had to choose a language, and he was like, "Well, why did you choose Italian?" And I was like, "Because I'm paying for it and I'm English."
Yeah.
So we've put the kids' profile in English.
Why did you choose Italian? Oh my
Certified.
God.
He was like, "Why would you choose English?" I was like, "'Cause that's my language."
My God.
Yeah, so,
They really do just believe anything, don't they?
yeah, but then also, like, now he's, reading more, so he put something on recently, and he was like, "But there it says Italiano," and I was like, "That's subtitles, like, my days are numbered with this one."
Yeah. Oh my God, when he finds out.
I'm doing it for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be grateful for it in the future.
Yeah, because, like, he used to like, because the thing is, if you put something on and you're like, "Okay, you can watch it, but you can watch it in English," because it feels like work when you do it like that, but
Yeah.
now he watches it no problem. He
Yeah.
did try for a little bit, and he'd try and put YouTube on, because then he can
Mm.
watch, like, his little YouTube Italian things.
Cunning little thing.
So I'd be like, "Okay, you can watch half an hour of TV while I prepare dinner, but it's got to be Netflix." And he'd be like, "No, I don't even know this." So those are the lies I've told my stepchild.
Respectable, honestly.
I think they're as bad as the ones we were told because
No, they're constructive.
the parents were particular, I would say. I think dad has a bit of a dark sense of humour.
Yeah.
So I actually saw these leaves and was reminded of this story before you even mentioned this as a topic for the
Right.
podcast. Basically, do you remember? Probably not, you were really small. The second house we lived in Portugal had the pool and it had loads of palm trees around it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Right. So there's this particular type of tree that I walked past the other day. And when the leaves fall off, they like go like a really dark brown and kind of curl up.
Mm.
Now, obviously, as a child, I had no idea about the life cycle of a leaf. And I said to dad one day, because the garden was absolutely full of these. So I said to him, what are all these things? He told me, "Bear in mind the garden's full of them." He goes, "That's where snakes come from." Right.
Mhm.
That's where snakes come from. And he said it's so unbothered that then I felt like a fucking loser for being worried.
Yeah.
So not only was I scared, but I didn't want him to know that I was scared
I
because
was
he'd be like,
scared
"Oh, you're so
and
annoying."
embarrassed.
Yeah. Like I'm shamed and petrified.
My God.
So I'm like trying to be like really nonchalant. And I'm like, how do you kill a snake?" Looking at my nails, like, mm-hmm. And he was like, "You have to hit it on the head with a stick," which also isn't true. So imagine, I mean, Portugal isn't known for like venomous snakes,
No.
but imagine I had found myself at any point in my life in a situation with a snake.
Could have given you some actual advice then.
Yeah, bonding moment. But nah, I just reach for a fucking stick and try to hit it, and then it goes for me in defense.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Do you
So
remember when you were scratched by a cat?
yeah, that was really, really traumatic.
Yeah, you were
I imagine. I don't remember
yeah,
it.
you
Well,
were
I don't remember being scratched by that.
no, you were really young, weren't you? You were
Mm.
probably before school age?
I don't think you were born.
No, I don't think I was there.
The good old days.
Yeah. So Gemma got scratched on the neck by a stray
Neck.
cat,
Yeah,
and
so, we w we were in a park, and my mum was, I imagine, talking to another mum, not paying attention to me.
neglecting her duties, yeah.
It became the norm. Yeah, I was attacked by this cat, and then they noticed that I had this, like, lump on my neck, and then apparently, I can't remember who it was that, like, kinda noticed, was like, "She's green." So they took me to the hospital and they, had to draw my neck.
Yeah, like a huge
But
abscess.
Yeah, it was a huge, huge abscess. And again, I'm a baby.
Yeah.
So if you weren't born, I
Yeah.
was 2, if that. Like I'm a toddler. And basically the doctors had said to my parents, if you want the grandparents to say goodbye, you should get them on a plane. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably
And
went
then, yeah.
septic.
Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't expect me to survive. In the end, I don't think anyone flew out because it became clear that I was gonna live.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
so,
scary, isn't it? Already
but I
scary.
was I was scared of cats for a long time,
I
but
remember that.
I'm still a bit because I feel like with a dog, you can kind of see their emotions a bit more,
Yeah. Yeah.
whereas a cat can just kind of flip.
No, and I do remember as we were growing up, it was always instilled in us, like, not to trust cats because of that. And
Yeah.
yeah, still now I do feel wary around cats.
Yeah,
Like,
like, I don't hate them like I did.
no, but if I go to pet one, I'm like, "Please don't scratch me.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Please don't scratch my neck."
"Yeah, please don't put me in the hospital." But, obviously, I don't remember that,
Yeah.
so that fear then came from being told about it
Yeah.
and them trying to, like, instill this fear in me to, like, stay away. Because, I was a kid, I think I went up and tried to,
Yeah,
like,
you
kiss the cat.
probably went to pet it, yeah.
Yeah, because I had a toy Postman Pat cat. Do you remember Jess?
Yes, yeah.
That was my favourite toy, so I imagine I saw that and was like, "It's Jess."
God, that's really unlocked a memory. You had that just for years.
I loves Jess.
We should see if we can find a similar one.
Probably best not to.
She'll end up going she'll end up going up to stray cats again.
Trauma. Mm.
I tell you what, we both had as kids a, pig of Babe the
I
pig.
was just thinking about Babe.
Yeah, we had Babe the pig from the film Babe. We both had one of these, and it had this little, like, tail
A
that you could
silky tail.
yeah, a silky tail that was curled, and if you pulled it back, it would, like, ping back into place, and I found a couple on eBay maybe last year, the year before, and yeah, now we both have another one.
No, we both have a Babe
In
again.
fact, let me grab my Babe, she's just here. Is Babe a girl or a boy?
Don't know.
Don't know. Here's Babe. Here's
Babe.
the tail as promised. Yeah, I
That was
know.
one of my favourite toys.
Yeah, and the silky little trotters.
But also, I feel like Babe the film didn't get the critical acclaim it should have.
No, I
Like, I
remember
feel like a lot of people don't know it,
yeah, and I remember us watching Babe a lot because we
and
had
there were multiple.
yeah, there were. We had a
Let me
lot
have
of
a look.
VHS tapes that we would just watch over and over again, and we watched Babe a lot. We watched Charlotte's Web a lot as well.
I've just seen the Italian name,
What is it?
and it's like the brave piglet, but it's like Maiolino Coraggioso.
Me and Harry both quote Babe quite a lot with "That'll do, pig. That'll do."
That'll do!
Yeah,
Yes! It's a Bailey all the time!
yeah. I think that a lot of people say that and don't know where it comes from. It's from Babe. God, do you know what? I might watch Babe again this weekend.
I really want to watch Babe now. I'm not one that watches like kids stuff. Like I don't nostalgia watch.
Yeah. No,
But
but
Babe, I would.
I think it's like a few of them films that we had on VHS that we would
Mm.
watch all the time. Those are the ones that'd get us. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
do you remember Heidi?
Fucking love Heidi.
I can't remember if it was just called Heidi or if it was called something else.
No, I think
We watched Matilda all the time.
I
God,
loved Matilda.
we had
Madeline.
Madeline.
Madeline. It was about this French orphan.
Ooh, that does
Mm,
sound familiar.
yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
Annabelle's Wish.
Well, the Christmas one.
I tried to show that to Leonie and he was not interested.
I got that on DVD a few years ago. It's honestly 10 out of 10.
It's the same.
And like
But yeah,
just the voice actors make me feel so nostalgic.
when I put on Dexter's Lab yesterday for the lunch activity, I put it on and then I like quizzed them about it. It's like a listening exercise.
Yeah.
So they wanted to choose something else, but I was like, no, you're going to watch something that I choose. So I put on Dexter's Lab and they watched an
Yeah.
episode of it. And when it started, one of the kids was like, "What year's this from?" I was like, "Shut up."
I know. It's crazy, isn't it, that we're old now?
I was like, "Not long ago."
No. I mean, I was talking to my Korean tutor because he has some other English students that have been teaching him UK slang. And then once
Mm.
he learns them, he tells me what he's learned. And he said this one, tough, Tuff, and I can't remember exactly what he said it meant. And I said, I've never heard of that. And he was like, well, these students are teenagers. And I was like, oh, God.
Ugh.
When did I get so old? I don't even know
When we
the slang
don't know the
anymore.
slang, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad when you don't know the slang. But I remember, actually, do you remember you used to be like, "Oh, I'm hungry," and the answer would be like, "Tough."
Yeah.
I've
you
never said that myself.
I remember a very specific phrase Mum would say all the time, and it was, "Tough titty, you're not pretty." What the fuck was that about? I
I
just
don't, I don't remember it being said to me.
He said it to me all the time. I told you, ugly duckling.
No, because I'm like getting literal memories coming back of her
Yeah.
just beating down on you.
Yeah, honestly. She would
Not
tell me
not
I was
physically, like mentally.
she would tell me I was ugly at any opportunity she got. My God.
But it was so weird as well because you were the only one that was allowed to like get your eyebrows done.
Yeah, because she couldn't stand to look at me.
Oh, stop it.
No, honestly, like I had really, really thick eyebrows as a kid, but also I had curly hair
Mm.
and she didn't teach me how to take care of it. So my hair was just frizzy. It would just be, she would brush it when it was wet and then brush it when it was dry and it'd be out here. Like, it wasn't until I was a teenager that I actually understood my hair's curly and how to take care of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my goodness, no. Well, I've worn glasses since I was 2, but she would always choose me the worst old lady pair, like, and the way she would,
Like what, me? If you think I'm
no,
so vile,
and she would buy my clothes for me, and the way she would dress me, come on.
I can't really remember.
She would dress me like she would dress herself. I
Me?
remember going to my 11th birthday party. Oh, well, it wasn't a birthday party, it was a birthday meal. I think it might have been at Damon's and maybe
Oof.
Frankie and Benny's. And it was just the family.
Frank and Benny's was so shit, by the way. I don't
Yeah.
know why we thought that was good.
No, never liked Frankie and Benny's. No offense, Frankie and Benny's. But yeah, I remember the outfit that I was wearing on my 11th birthday. There was a woman wearing it there. An adult woman.
Stop it. No.
Yep. Yep.
No.
I'm surprised you
What
don't
was it?
remember because you took great,
Oh, I imagine
you took great glee in it.
I did.
And there is a photo, a printed photo of me on my 11th
Next to the
birthday
muppet.
wearing it, and I hope I never see it again.
Do you remember what the outfit was?
It was kind of one of those tops, like what Mum wears, you know, those that are
I haven't seen it for a long time.
they're like
War.
stretchy fabric that kind of
Like a
comes down like
jersey.
like mid-thigh.
Like a tunic.
Yeah, like you could wear as a dress, but she always wore with leggings, so I wore mine with leggings, that kind of thing. And it had like a big like V-neck kind of thing, like it had your whole chest out, and I was 11. I had no out.
Just puppy fat out.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, I must have fucking loved that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
I
relentless.
bet I was in my element.
Worst year of my life.
So, I would like to take you back to, I want to say it must have been 2017. Okay. And I say this because I arrived here in 2016. And then I hadn't even been in the country a year when I met my ex-boyfriend. And I was going from Marken, the region that I lived in, to Rome on the bus. And I get a message from Sabrina. Do you remember this story?
No.
Right. So, and basically, this message was frantic. So, oh my God, I think I'm going to die. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I was like, what? So basically, I think Harry had bought you a bunch of flowers
Right.
and they had lilies in them.
Mm-hmm.
And the orange nectar of the lily had fallen into your Pepsi Max.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
you
remember
hadn't
that.
realized until you drunk it.
Mm.
Because we, growing up, were always told that that part is toxic.
Yeah. Lily pollen.
Highly
Poisonous.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Highly poisonous. Like we were afraid. Like we
Honestly,
like,
literal fear of lilies.
Dad would often buy Mum bouquets of flowers with lilies in,
Yeah.
right? And then she'd put them on the what's it called? Like not the mantelpiece, like the bottom part of the fireplace, like next to the fireplace.
The
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, perhaps. And we would like sidestep
Yeah.
the
We would avoid it
fireplace.
like a
Yeah, because
landmine.
we were afraid.
Yeah.
I remember once we went to like a, I don't know if it was a garden centre or like a botanical gardens or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they were like, don't touch that, it's poisonous. And I think
Yeah.
I accidentally did. So I was just there waiting to die. And then I obviously, as I had gotten older, had realised that it is not poisonous. It's not fatal to humans. It is just that it stains your clothes. It makes a
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah. That was the whole reason they didn't want us to touch it, because it's kind of like orangey, isn't it? And it would stain your clothes, and they would buy us designer clothes. Why you would buy a child designer clothes, I don't know. And so if they got dirty and stained, they would be furious. So
They'd be really angry.
they gave us both a lifelong fear of lilies.
Yeah. Well, mine wasn't lifelong because I pretty soonish twigged. However, you nearly called an ambulance.
Yeah, I thought I'd consumed poison. I'm like on the phone to poison control.
I thought I needed an anecdote.
Honestly. But I will say, just for reference, lilies are poisonous to cats. So anyone that's listening...
Which we weren't allowed around either.
No. So anyone that is listening, do be aware that if you have lilies, they are poisonous to cats. I don't know about dogs, but not poisonous to humans. Yeah. No, I do recall that. And I
I remember I was in stitches on
think
this bus reading that.
I think even now if I bought some lilies, I'd be apprehensive to touch it because
Yeah.
it's so deeply ingrained in me that
It's
it's
it's in
poison.
Brutus, but
Yeah.
also I now have a child.
Yeah.
We don't buy him designer clothes, but he does have nice clothes. But also, I don't want him touching that and touching anything else in the house.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to traumatize the boy, but
No, no.
yeah,
I do remember getting some of it on my fingers as well, and it would stain my fingers orange, and I'd be like, scrub it under the tap, like, "Get off
get the
me!
death off me.
Let me live!"
How long until I fully turn orange and just stop breathing?
Death by Lily.
Oh, shit. My days are numbered.
I remember something that terrified us as kids, and it was
Rasputin.
what?
Rasputin. No. Okay, just me.
I don't remember ever learning about Rasputin as a kid. When did you come into contact with Okay, Gemma was scared of Rasputin, but
I still am a bit. Have you seen him?
yeah, he's scary looking, isn't he?
And on that Anastasia film?
Oh, was he in that? Yeah. I vaguely remember the Anastasia film. I think you
Oh,
preferred it more than I did, so you watched
I
it more.
did until Rasputin came on. I remember one time I had the hiccups, so I asked Dad to put it on. Do you remember in the house in Grimsby we had like that TV like mounted at the top, like
Yeah,
high on the wall because we had a bunk bed,
yeah.
and I'd asked Dad to put it on because I wanted to be like scared so my hiccups would go away.
Mm.
Bless me. And obviously it didn't fucking work, so I was just staring at Rasputin. I was like, Dad, turn it off, turn it off. He was like, no, put it on for you now so you can watch it.
Get Rasputin out of my bedroom.
So I had
Honestly.
hiccups and Rasputin was staring at me.
But the thing that I remembered that I was gonna say was when we would play on the computer together, and it was we had the
You've got company.
yes. So we had AOL, and I think that what it was if somebody in your contact list came online, this woman would
But why
say,
would
"I know."
because she sounded panicked.
She did.
So
She would
you've
say,
got company.
"You've got company," and we thought that meant
We
we
were like being hacked.
yeah, we thought that meant that someone had hacked into the computer and was, like, watching us. The speed at which we would turn
We
that
closed
computer off,
whatever we were doing.
my god, we would, like, shriek and be like, "Turn it off, pull it out of the wall." You've got company. Do you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find a clip of that soundbite, and if I
Yeah, because
can
it was truly, but like she sounded panicked.
yeah, you've got company. If I can find it, I will put it in so you guys can hear it. Just
I
imagine
want
us
to
at, like, 7 and 10 hearing this, thinking we were being threatened by the computer. You've got
thinking that
company.
somebody really wanted to see what we were doing on Doll Palace.
I
Who knows?
remember I remember being told, and I remember around the time when this was told to me, because for Christmas, we would always circle in the Argos catalogue, yeah? We loved it. If you
There
don't know
was nothing better.
if you don't know what an Argos catalogue is, for our international friends, Argos is a shop where you can get
Anything.
anything. Yeah.
Except clothes.
Yeah, and I think they might have clothes.
Did they have clothes? I don't know
Yeah.
if they do now.
I don't
Are
know.
they still open?
Yeah, well, it's part of Sainsbury's now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But, yeah, so the Argos catalogue, it was, like, a big
It was like a phone book. It was a wedge.
chunky catalogue, and it would have all of the toys in it. It would have, like, gardening tools and all that shit as well. But all we were interested in was
Furniture,
the toys. Yeah, jewelry. It had everything.
kitchen stuff, everything.
Yeah,
Tellies,
might even have
mobiles.
cars.
Who knows?
And what you would do was you would go into Argos, and in the catalogue, everything would have its little number. So you would go into Argos, write down the code of what you wanted, like slide your little ticket across the counter, and then they'd come back with it, and then off you go. So we would circle all this stuff in the Argos catalogue that we wanted for Christmas, and I had wanted this necklace, which was do you remember? Oh, I can't remember which bear it was. Not what, Me to You bear? I can't remember if that's the one I'm thinking of.
That was
But
a grey one.
then it's not that one. It's the one
Was
that
it
was, like,
Forever Friends?
yes, the yellow
It's like a
one.
brown,
Yeah,
yellow.
they're quite, like, rounded.
Yeah, really, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was a Forever Friends necklace, and I think it might have even been, like, a little locket,
Yeah,
and
I think it
I
was.
re
I remember you wanted a locket
I
because
really
I got
wanted
one the year before.
I really wanted it, and I did get it for Christmas that year, and I was chuffed with it, and I never wanted to take it off. My parents told me that I had to take it off because if you went to sleep with your necklace on, it would strangle you and you would die. Yeah. So, yeah, never ever slept with it on because I was terrified. And I would even be scared, like, if I was just in the car, like, and we were driving somewhere.
Dozing.
Yeah, I was scared of nodding off.
What if it comes alive while I'm dozing off? And it just-
Wrap itself around me. So I'd be there like, stay awake, you've got the necklace on, you can't sleep. I know.
I remember I had a period where I thought something similar, but it was because I'd gone to bed. This was God, we were still in Portugal, and I had a Polly pocket necklace on, and I couldn't take it off by myself.
No.
And I was like, I'm gonna die in the night. But like then they were like, that wouldn't have killed you. But then they recycled the lie and gave
What?
it to you.
They probably got the lie from you.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Let's traumatize the next one. But I remember I was at nursery school in Portugal, right? I remember we had to wear a badge for some reason. I don't know if we always had to wear a badge or it was just like this day or what.
What kind of badge? Like a lanyard or
No, like a
like a
pin
pin
badge.
badge?
Yeah, maybe with our names on. I can't remember. I don't know if we were going on a trip or what.
Yeah.
But I was convinced that should I put this badge on, it would pierce my heart and kill me.
I
And I had the biggest tantrum in the cloakroom.
remember having very similar feelings, especially so around November time in the UK, you can buy poppies. They're paper poppies that you pin to your jumper, your blazer, whatever you're wearing. And every time in primary school that someone would put one on me with a little pin, I'd be like, please don't stab me, please don't stab me, please don't stab
But
me.
that has a bit more sense because, like, obviously a badge, you kind of slip it through your clothes and then you like it, like, how would I say it slots into like
Yeah,
another.
exactly. Like
The pins for the
clasps together.
poppies, yeah, it clasps. The pins for the poppies were just like a pin,
It was just
a
like a
metal
needle.
pin, yeah.
Mm.
And you just slot your poppy in.
I feel like we should Google like pin related deaths.
Let's not.
No, we'll find out it's true
My
and then we'll never
anxiety
wear
is
one
bad
again.
enough, yeah. Can you imagine next time I have to put a badge on? When have I ever had to put a badge on? I haven't had to put a badge on for fucking years.
My
But you
God.
know, remembering that, I remember I was also scared to get holes in my clothes because I thought mum would shout at me.
That's sad, isn't it?
Mm.
But I have remembered during that conversation another lie that they told us, which was so I don't know if this medicine is international. Yeah, see, you already know what it is. Calpol is a paracetamol liquid.
Delicacy.
It's a liquid paracetamol for kids, and it's pink. I think the one for when you're older is white, but it is absolutely delicious. Like,
Gorgeous.
it was full of sugar.
It's pure sugar.
It was
Strawberry flavoured
strawberry.
sugar.
Yeah, and it was chef's kiss delicious.
Mm.
And they told us that if you had Calpol when you weren't sick, you'd die. They've threatened us with death a lot.
Well, you know, they didn't. Because I remember one day I just fancied some.
I just fancied some.
Well, I don't think I just fancied some. I think there was something like minor wrong with me.
Yeah.
And Dad was like, "Do you want some Calpol?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Right. And then I'd said to him, "What happens if you take Calpol and you're not actually ill?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "This was his favourite, and I think it's going to unlock something for you. You go to sleep forever." Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was never you die.
No.
You go to sleep forever. So I was like, "But you die." He was like, "No, you go to sleep forever." And I was like, "But you can wake up." He was like, "No, sleep forever."
There were so many things that I asked him about that the answer was you go to sleep forever.
I had Mary hitting Ashley posters in my bedroom. Which makes it sound like I was a little bit older. I was still very young. And they'd been stuck up with blue tack. And I had this piece of blue tack and I thought, wonder if you can use this as chewing gum.
No.
So I put it in my mouth, gave it a chew. Obviously learned that you couldn't. Stuck it back and forth. And
Blue tack
then
goes so slimy when it's wet.
I don't remember that part, thankfully. And I'm still like this now. Like, don't you get so much more anxiety at night?
Yes. That's when all
Like,
my
I'll be
anxiety
fine
comes.
all day, yeah. And then it gets dark and I start to get a bit, I start thinking about things that I
Yeah.
have no business thinking about.
No, bedtime is the worst time of day for me. I hate bedtime.
Or, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, let's remember every embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. That's quite an often. That's a frequent occurrence in my life.
Start
Anyway,
writing them down. We'll talk about them.
yeah, well, content. Thank you, insomnia. So Dad had come to put us to bed and I was like, what happens if you use blue tack as chewing gum? And
Hypothetically.
what do you think that fucking answer was?
You go to sleep forever.
What was I about to do?
Right before you went to sleep. Such cruelty.
Like, you obviously knew why I was asking.
Asking for a friend. What happens if you chew blue tack? My God.
You go to sleep forever.
I remember an anxiety thing that I had as a kid. Something that, when I thought about it, made me very anxious. We used to watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here every time that it was on when we were growing up. And on this show, in case you don't know, it's a group of celebrities go into a jungle for 3 weeks in Australia and they have to do things called bush tucker trials, which are these tasks which are horrible.
Horrible.
They're designed to really test them. And a lot of them have bugs and rats and things like that.
Like
Really,
eating animal body
yeah,
parts.
getting covered in cockroaches, being buried alive, horrible
Or
things
like
like
having to like go underwater.
that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and if they don't complete these trials
They
well
don't get
enough,
food for the next
yeah,
day.
they get really rubbish food and then they all starve. And it's
Great entertainment.
yes, it's called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, right? And I remember, like, physical anxiety thinking like, "God, I hope I never have to go on this show and do a bush tucker trial." And I would dread the day that someone would call me up and be like, "It's time. You've got to go."
It's time. Get on that plane to Australia. You're going to be
What?
eating rice and beans.
I know. Who did I think I was?
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were old for this? Do you remember one day because our dad had worked away and Mum got off the phone with him one night and she was livid and she took both our iPods off us.
What did we do?
We've just been fucking buying albums.
Oh shit! On iTunes. No.
I remember I bought 2 Shakira albums and a Taylor Swift album, and then you bought a few as well. But an album was like a tenner,
Yeah, it was.
maybe more. Oh, in like a day, we'd spent like over £100 on albums.
My God.
And he's seen it go off the credit card.
I think it's funny that she took the iPods off us because then we couldn't even use the albums that they'd spent the money on. When
Yeah, exactly.
it was the computer you would buy the music on.
Like, at least let me enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, you've already paid for it.
I remember I got mine back and you didn't.
Oh, of course, yeah. She's like, the ugly one doesn't deserve the iPod.
Shut up, you were cute then.
I remember a myth that somehow managed to spread throughout the entirety of UK primary schools. So I don't know when it would have been, maybe it would have been early to mid 2000s. There was an advert on the TV for a breakfast cereal called Frosties, and it had this kid in it that would sing along with the like Frosties theme song. And there was just this rumour that spread throughout the UK that this boy had killed himself by, like, with a pencil, by, like, slamming his head onto the desk.
I never heard that. I never heard that in my life.
So I remember the rumour being that he had put a pencil in his eye and, like, slammed his head on the desk, and that's how.
What the fuck?
I know! And I remember talking to people, like, as I got older that had gone to different schools, and they'd all heard it as well. But he didn't kill himself as far as I know. But Gemma has no
Not
memory
gay,
of
as
it.
far as I know.
Yeah. Oh.
I've never heard anything about him ever again.
Right, so I've just Googled Frosty's Kid, and it comes up with Frosty's Kid advert, Frosty's Kid now, Frosty's Kid rumours, and then the fourth one, Frosty's Kid pencils.
Stop it.
When I've Googled Frosty's Kid pencils, the AI overview has said, the Frosty's Kid refers to a 2000s UK commercial featuring a 14-year-old South African actor who became the subject of a widely circulated urban legend. Rumours falsely claimed he was severely bullied and died by suicide, often involving a bizarre story about sticking pencils up his nose and slamming his head on the desk.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it does say that he is alive and well, lives in South Africa, and went on to become an actor and gymnast. I think that that's about all of the misbeliefs that we had as kids. And some of them lasted a
And
lot.
into adulthood.
Yeah, some of them lasted a lot longer than others. But if you guys have any lies that your parents told you or just things that you believed for no reason at all, we'd love to hear about it in the comments.
Absolutely. And make us feel better about ourselves.
Yeah. Do you know what? Maybe there's something that we've talked about today that you have only just now realised isn't true.
Maybe you were also petrified of lilies.
Every time someone's bought you a bouquet of lilies, you're like, no.
You want me
Wait,
dead?
why would
Is
you-
this a threat?
Why would you bring poison into my home?
Right, but also like rationally. Why did we think she was so chill? Just having these poisonous flowers next to the fucking fireplace. Well, she didn't care if we died, but I suppose that was the rationale.
Oh my God. I've had a good time this episode. I've laughed a lot.
I've laughed a lot. Many a laugh was had.
You said something in the first episode and it was like, many a thighs were slapped.
Many a thigh was slapped.
My goodness. No. Yeah, I think that we'll leave it there and we'll be back next Wednesday as always. Anything you want to
I
say?
was like, what? No, we won't. What? Then I realised that we post on Wednesday.
Yeah, we record on Saturdays, so it's a little bit behind the scenes for you there.
I was like, fucking liar.
It's not Wednesday. God, she's just lying to them. You can't just lie to the public. What are we, politicians? So, anything you want to say before we go?
No, honestly, I feel like I've like laughed myself into a bit of a trance. Also,
Yeah,
because the sun's come out now, so I'm like, where am I?
I know. Honestly, we're gonna end the call and then we'll be like, nobody speak to me for the rest of the day.
I'm socialized out.
Yeah.
Well, just as well because Francesca's got a match tonight, so I'm
Nice.
home alone. So I think I'm gonna order some sushi and yeah,
What?
rot alone.
Oh, rot.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said rock. I was like, oh, okay.
Me like Hugh Grant in Love Actually, just in socks, knickers, and a t-shirt, like on an air guitar.
Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you again next week.
Loves ya. Bye.